Hey, good morning, everybody. It's early morning to LALATE, the 6:30 edition. How are you? Did you crush Sunday? You really did crush Monday. The toast is toast and the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and big updates about your third stimulus package. This is Biden's stimulus. This is a third stimulus check. This is all the stimulus of your dreams, or the stimulus of your nightmares, if you've heard the rumors. Yeah, what are those rumors? Well, I'll be going over them in this video. Great news across the board if Joe Biden does exactly what he said he's going to do, and if he doesn't, then you know what, we're going to pull our hair out and look like Nancy Pelosi. No, it's just, I just hope he does what he said he's gonna do. And if he doesn't, then, no more $12 ice cream for him. This is Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's early morning to LALATE. I'm so glad you're here. It's Monday morning, and boy, what a week it is gonna be. This week, Joe Biden will debut, after months of his writings and pamphlets and press conferences and statements, his third stimulus package. And in it, we will see... I can't see it. I just hope it's good. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe. Go to the Fudge channel, subscribe, because you want to be with me the minute in which it goes live. I mean, you just don't want to be, at the casino sipping $12 ice cream. You want to be with me the minute it goes live. Also, like this video because I'm keeping it fresh and clear and to the point. Also, hit that alert button. You get alert every time the Cadillac drives up to the casino, or Joe Biden says, I got some stimulus for you on the third stimulus package. And finally, if you're not become a member, please consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk on the front of the top of this video, in the chat section, there's a join link to become a Purple Hawk or Purple Power or Calcino VIP. It's important that you understand, stay with me throughout this video, because I'm going to explain how the Purple Hawks are going to get money in 2021. The donut guy's not going to get much money in 2021, and I'm not being facetious. It's actually true. And I got comments overnight in DMs. When's my next check coming? How many checks? It just, I don't know how donut guy finds me, but I'm getting the donut guy comments, and I gotta tell you, donut guy better enjoy those donuts, because he ain't gonna get a lot of stimulus coming in 2021. Purple Hawks, oh my God, you're ready to pounce, because there's so much deliciousness for you. And with that, over there is an instant premiere. Boy, as an instant premiere, you can chat with your Purple Power buddies, and it's also featured at the 6:30, at the 6 a.m. show. It's featured when the show goes live. And with that, and let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you start the new day is that this week you will finally see the third stimulus check and third stimulus package. This is Biden's stimulus. This is everything that I've been talking about on this channel for several months. I was the first to coin the expression third stimulus check and third stimulus package, and I coined it last year as I said, hey, when Biden comes in January 20th, if he wins, he will introduce his third stimulus check and third stimulus package. And the reason and the reaction I got at the time was, hey, I haven't gotten my second stimulus check. Why are we talking about third stimulus? I said, because third stimulus will be the biggest stimulus package ever. It's going to dwarf second, and it's going to dwarf the first. And this week we find out what's in there. In this video, I'm going to go over all the details of it and also my predictions about what may happen. All right, let's get to the details first. Cash Act 2020 will be in the third stimulus package, Joe Biden confirms. So he confirms the remainder of the $2,000 stimulus check that was supposed to be fixed in December of last year will be in the third stimulus package. That means if you got $600 in the second stimulus package, you will get $1,400 additional to bring it to $2,000. Married couple, you double it. Children, you same amount. And adult dependents, you get the full $2,000 because you were excluded. You also get that retroactive stimulus check back to the spring, May, the first stimulus package, because you didn't get one. All right, so what about multiple stimulus checks? Joe Biden has already said he was going to give you multiple checks until this pandemic was over and give you lots of stimulus consecutively as often as he needed to get you to the end of the pandemic. He in recent weeks said that when asked how much was a stimulus check going to be under him, he says, I'm not going to say. That is up for negotiations. I don't want to put myself in a pigeonhole. Now, he said that before the Georgia Senate seats went blue. He also said when the Georgia senators were about to go into the final hours before the election night that he liked $2,000 as a stimulus check amount. Okay, so that's what we've heard from Joe. He specifically did not want to say the amount or say how many checks it was. My prediction? My prediction is I would be shocked if you don't see at least 3 checks between now and June. Or in the alternative, he says, this is a package for now, and I'm going to do another package in a few weeks. There's 2 ways that Joe Biden's going to approach this. He's either going to do one package now and another package in a few weeks, the 4th stimulus package, or he's just going to say, hey, this is going to cover almost everything all the way to June. I don't know which one he's going to do. And there we are. Next, go to the next item. $2,400 of SSI and SSDI. So this is an item that appeared in Joe Biden's transition papers. Unlike the other items covered in this video, this one had a lot of detail. All the detail came from Joe Biden's writings. He said $200 a month from January for 12 months to the end of 2021 for people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits on top of their existing benefits. Automatic additional payment because they're not getting enough benefits under this pandemic. It was a form of stimulus additionally for them. This is not a replacement for the stimulus check. It was an additional stimulus amount. Now, I got some really good comments in the last 24 hours. One viewer said, I'm both a veteran and I'm also on Social Security. Do I get 2 checks? No. Viewer said, is it taxable? It is potentially taxable if you're at the threshold in which you have to pay taxes. If you make enough money to pay taxes, this will likely be taxable. Third, it is automatic. Fourth, it is compounded with 2 other items. The first one is a lifetime upgrade of about 20%, and then a new benchmark different than COLA that would raise your benefits on an annual basis. What are my thoughts about it? My thoughts, you're not going to get the first check in January because there's not going to be enough time. By then, you will have already received your benefits check. So if they do this, they will do it from February forward. Will they give you 11 months or 12 months? Based upon these people with retroactiveness, I would not be surprised if they just sort of forgot the month of January. So don't be surprised if they just sort of throw out January and start in February. That's the first thing. Second, I don't think they're going to do this for children. So some viewers are asking me, is this also for SSI children? No, this is a program designed for older people. And finally, will this get modified or revised? Potentially the 20% thing will. It was a hideously complicated provision when I read it. On its face, it's confusing to read. And there you are. Next, hazard pay. Last night we had a laugh on one of the Upbeat of Mitch. I had viewers say, can you repeat back to me, it's not law. It's not law. It's not law. Because there's nothing on this channel that for some reason, I just get people stopping me on the street saying, when do I get that $10,000 in my bank account for hazard pay? It's not law. Well, I want it now. Can I have that $10,000 for the hazard pay right now? It's not law. Do I get that $10,000? I don't know why hazard pay sort of brings out people to sort of say, give me that $10,000 right now. It's not law. So just Joe Biden talk about hazard pay. He does a lot. He talks about it several times in his transition papers. And he talks about the eligibility. He doesn't talk about the numbers. So let me explain where, and then Nancy Pelosi, she talks about the numbers, $10,000, $13 an hour from January to 60 days after the pandemic. And then she also talks about the eligibility. I don't mean her, I mean her bill, the HEROES Act. Eligibility is very well written. It's pages and pages and pages long. And that's about it. What is my prediction? My prediction is Joe Biden's going to change the eligibility and make it potentially broader or narrower, and also just change things around. He's talked about, when he lists the hazard pay situation, he puts teachers first for obvious reasons. He first says teachers before any group or anything else. Then he doesn't talk about numbers. He may not do $10,000. I've been reporting for the very first day that I did hazard pay on this channel. I did 400, 600 videos on hazard pay. That $10,000 per individual in the United States is an enormous sum of money. It's an enormous sum of money when the eligibility window is so broad. And additionally, the way that Nancy Pelosi wrote her bill made no sense. So here's my opinion. This is not a fact. This is just my opinion of the situation. Nancy Pelosi's bill made no sense. I'll tell you why. It said, okay, you take number of hours you work, times it by $13 an hour, and we'll give you up to $10,000. Okay, Uber and Lyft drivers are not paid on the hourly rate. They're paid on a different scale. But if they were to go back and say, okay, how long does it take me to sit in my car? How long am I in my car on a daily shift? I'm in my car 8 hours, 4 hours a day, 6 days a week. They could go through this calculation the way Nancy did it and suddenly get to $10,000 of hazard pay when they only make $6,000 a year. So suddenly you could see people who don't make $10,000 getting $10,000 a year. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of big potholes in the bill. And of course, the other pothole in the bill is the employer applies, not you. I think that will cause mass hysteria. Joe Biden says he's very big on the unions and all those things. I think the unions will go after it because the unions would just absolutely have a cow about it. It basically means the employer will apply and the unions have no say about it. So the employer does not apply, then all the union members don't get anything. I think that's an ingredient for Joe Biden to see trouble. So I think you're going to see a big change on this. This video has a lot of opinions, as you see. Next, EIDL grant. He said he's going to do the remainder of $10,000 EIDL grant. There's a lot of stuff that Joe Biden has to fix at SBA. Javidia Carranza's out the door. There's a new SBA head in. And SBA was a fiasco. I mean, it was a fiasco in 2020. Let's not mince our words here. They followed no rules. They violated almost every law they could violate. And what are we supposed to do? Sit back and just say, hey, tough luck. Everyone got nothing they were owed in 2020 because Trump's SBA didn't do anything right. We're not going to fix it? I don't think that works. I've had enough EIDL viewers send me DMs and say, hey, wait a second. Biden better not do EIDL correctly for all these new people. When the original EIDL people got Zippo, you can't suddenly do it correctly for everyone else, and the original people got nothing. I think that'll be absolute chaos. That doesn't sound right. SBA always said they were going to pay the remainder of the $10,000 EIDL grant. That viewers that were waiting for that money had always waited for it. They were always going to say they're going to pay the grant that never was paid. And then suddenly going to have 2021 people walk in and suddenly get everything beautiful. SBA did that a lot to people in 2020 under Carranza. I hope that is not the situation under Biden. Then let's turn to everything else. You're going to see another round of PPP. You're going to see FPUC retro, and that is a big issue of battle. FPUC retro for Biden is an insane amount of money. It is now, viewers will say, hey, we're owed that money, but it is a lot of money. It's $12,000. $12,000, but it is over, July, August, September, October, November, December. It is over 6 months. So it's basically presuming that you make at least $24,000 a year. But if you don't, then why are you getting $12,000? I can just see the tensions erupting from that. So what is my prediction on that? I see problems with it. I would not be surprised if Joe Biden doesn't go back to July and just goes back, a shorter time. But then he would go forward at $600 a week, which unto itself also creates problems because, wait a second, are you going to be paying $600 a week every single week till June 2021 for hundreds of millions of viewers? That's an insanely large bill. So it's sort of like you want to see where do you want to go big or where you do not want to go big. It's sort of confusing. A lot of viewers of this channel were very unemployed in 2020 but have gotten jobs now. And it would not be fair to people who are unemployed in 2020 that you got no FPUC and that people who are getting unemployed now get FPUC at $600 a week. That doesn't make sense. That's not fair again. Now, fairness is not always the guiding factor with these people, but you see a reoccurring theme here. There's so many other things under under third stimulus check. There is a Lifeline and CDC grant, and multiple stimulus checks. There's so many other things, but these are the big ones we're going to watch for. And so stay with me. Go to the front channel, subscribe, hit that alert button, and then consider becoming a member, whether Casino VIP, Purple Power, or Purple Hawk. And I'll see you at 8:30 a.m. with Mornings LA. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay LA for more.